So there are days in your life that you will have wine, and your wine might not be enough. I hope you know that there were days you had money and there were days you don't have money. And you realize something about finances. One thing about finances in your life, if you're a born again person, you will realize something about finances, that the moment you depend on it, it finishes. And the moment you begin to trust on God, it comes. Oh, you don't understand what I'm saying? Do you realize that when you resume to school, when the resumption started, one of the things that happen is that you don't care, there is enough to spend. Yes. But when we are approaching the exam, that is when your faith is heightened. That is when you will not know that there is a miracle working God. You never knew he existed. But one good thing about the Lord is that at that moment, somehow you don't know, but the provision comes. There are always days in your life that you will trust in what you can offer. There are days in your life that you will trust in your intellect. But I'm trying to let you understand that if you keep on trusting in your intellect, it will come to a place where it will fail you, it will finish. And at that moment, you only depend on what Jesus can do and can offer for you. He can. I've reached a point in my life where I pray, I fasted, and I thought it's all about praying and fasting. But I now fail to realize that it's not about it. There are people who have not done quarter to what they have done, and they have not even seen my results. So what is it about? I'm talking to someone here that you have always been failing. It's not because you don't read. Your business has been doing poor. It's not because you don't read. It's because you have not just obeyed one principle. Whatsoever he tells you to do, do it. That's simple. You will reach a point in your life where you are married, you are happy, you are excited. But you don't want funny about whatever he tells you to do. Whatever he tells you to do does not always make sense. It doesn't. It doesn't add up. It doesn't. It doesn't. How can you pour water and you are telling me to go and fetch the water? If you put jolly juice inside and things change color, we understand. I think it's even okay for me when there is one pot, then we now decided to fish the small pot and then put in the other one, then we mix it, and then we will now understand that at least na miracle. But this one, nothing was there. But now let me allow that one lay. Let's go to what the oil has to offer, because let me let you understand the danger of this is that you can now be depending on your wine. But during exams and during your school, one of the things the devil is after so much in your life is oil. From that woman, we made to understand that she has nothing except for oil. And the prophet gave us specific instructions. Say, shut the door. When you have shut the door, share it. And the scripture made us understand that where the oil stopped was where the vessel finished. So we have to understand that oil stops in a man's life where there is no more capacity. Please pay attention to me tonight. I say I want to speak for you from a fountain, because your life can be full of wine, and if you don't have oil, you're as good as a dead man. Shut the door. You have prayed and fasted. When you are praying, you shut the door. When you are fasting, you shut the door. Oil came, but the oil stopped flowing because there is a problem with capacity. And you know one thing? Do you know one good thing? Let me let you understand. If you are a man of God here, and being a man of God here, or being anybody here, and you are good with skills, you have something that you can do that you are trying to do by all means, and then you are so good at it, and yet money doesn't come, and then you begin to ask yourself some questions, because money here now speaks of the wine. Oil now speaks of the anointing that comes upon you to do that skill, to execute that skill. Have you seen a man that can preach, shout himself out? When he's preaching, you're like, no, this person is too anointed to be here. Yet when you see him drinking aimlessly, you like ask yourself, what is wrong? And you see someone that comes to the pulpit, and when he's talking, you feel like to sleep, and yet the man has all that he requires of life. A man has oil but no wine. And there are some that have wine but they don't have oil. Have you gone to Abuja before? If you have been to Abuja, there are some people that miracles don't happen in their church, but excellence will make you come back. A man that has no anointing, but he has money, so people listen to him. Have you not seen those people before? And then you will see a man wholly anointed, dangerously anointed, and yet no wine. I want to teach you something tonight, because let me let you understand this. You will finish school. When you finish school, certificate will be given to you. When certificate is given to you, that is when you will now realize that there are things beyond the four corners of school. Yeah. I hope you know after school nobody will send you pocket money. Yes. Some of you, the money you spend on recharge card is somebody's salary out there. Let me humble you a little bit. The day you even found that girl and started falling in love with her, that was when you now knew that you can even invest more in recharge card. The money you spend on data is enough to pay someone his salary. It's when you finish school now, you will now realize that, please hear my message very well. Even though you don't know what to do with it, keep it. Because one day you will now find out that you have certificates. One day you will find out that you have oil and you don't have wine. And today I will teach you what to do in those moments. Because one of the things that happened was that he told the woman, he said, sell the wine now and pay your debtors and then leave from off the rest. Do you know one good thing? One good thing about wine is that wine can finish, but when oil finishes, it's dangerous. There is no miracle for oil, there is only miracle for wine. Because water can be turned to wine, but water can never be turned to oil. Oh, let me give an example. Oh, the 10 virgins in the Bible. 10 virgins. They were Christians, highly anointed, highly corrosive. In fact, they were virgins. You know what virgin means? Virgin means they were without blemish, without spot, without wrinkle. They were fit for the use of the master. They are ready for the bridegroom. But he now said that those 10, one part of it, 5 of them became foolish. And the reason to why they were foolish was not because they were not virgins. It's not because somebody came and defiled them. No, they were still virgins in their foolishness. The problem with them is the fact that their oil got finished. And you see, one thing about oil that finishes is that there is no way, there is no miracle for oil that finishes. You can't turn any water to oil. If your oil finishes, the only way to get oil is to go and buy. Is to go and buy.